A local clinic is trying to determine how many doses of the COVID vaccine their patients have received. They sample 30 people and receive the data set that is provided. We want to calculate the mean, the median, and the mode of this data set, and then figure out which measure of center is the best given those values. So let's start by going into our calculator and going to Stat and then Edit. In our list one, we want to put in our information. Double check all of these values. It's important to do the double check. You should make sure that you have the same number that it tells you have. So here you can see list one of 30 equals 3. So that means that there are 30 values. Then you're going to go to Stat and Calc, your one variable statistics. List one should be in your list, but we didn't have anything in list two because this wasn't a frequency table. So we clear that out before we press calculate. Now we can see that we have our mean is that very first value. So our mean is 3.167. But then what about our median? So to find our median, we are going to scroll down on the screen using the down arrow. And what you'll see is you'll actually find our whole 5-number summary there, and the median is 3. The next thing we need to find is our mode. In order to do that, we need to sort our data. So you're going to quit out of that screen, and then you're going to go into Stat, and in that first menu, you have a couple of choices. Edit is where we normally go, but this time we're going to go to Sort A. Now, Sort A means sort ascending, or the numbers are getting bigger. You could also do Sort D, which is descending, so make it so that the numbers are getting smaller. It's up to you. I usually do Sort ascending. So when you choose that, you then need to pick List 1 to put in, close the parentheses, and press Enter. Now, it says done, and you're like, okay, well, what is that? That means that if you go back into Stat Edit and you look at the list again, you're going to see that it is now in order. So here we want to figure out, okay, what do I have the most of? Because mode is all about finding the thing that I have the most of, right? So in this case, 0, I have 4 zeros, and then 2s, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 2s. 3s, I only have 6 3s. 4, I have 3 4s. 5, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. And then 6 is 4. Definitely do your double check on those counts as you're going. But then what you'll notice though, 2 had the most. So 2 is our mode. So then how do we know which of the measures of center is the best one? To decide that, we have to determine whether or not our data is skewed. If all of the values, the mean, the median, and mode, are relatively close together, we can say that it is probably not very skewed. And in that case, we would use the mean as our best measure of center. However, because the mode is less than the mean and they're not actually very close, we are going to say instead, let's use the median, because we would say that this data is skewed. And again, if the data is skewed, the median is the best choice.